Big Data Impacts on the Internet of Things by Pranav Kumar. The question I'll be answering today is how the big data we spread every day is affecting the Internet of Things. There are two major big data effects in our planet: big data security and big data analytics. But what is big data? Big data means contribution of large data sets of application being saved or taken from groups or user devices. First, we'll be going over big data security, data breaches, and attacks on the Internet of Things. In big data security, there are many attacks, breach issues for these major companies. An author named Samuel pointed out in an article from the website tutorialspoints.com stated, in December last year, Business Insider conducted a survey to which 39% of responses stated security was the biggest concern for IoT. In the world of IoT, we use devices such as our iPhones, our computers, and there's major companies such as my dad's company called Leidos or Microsoft, where they specialize in software engineering and data applications. With big data security, they'll be able to use big data harvest from personal users to help provide a more secure area for users to browse the internet and use the Internet of Things. Stated by Danny Palmer from ZD.net, operational technologies are increased risk because cyber attacks could cause more traditional kinetic impacts as technology is being extended into the physical world, creating a cyber physical system. We see with all these sorts of data breaches, it is not only affecting the cyber world, but it's also affecting the people around us and the companies we use. Millions of dollars are being wasted. With the use of big data security, we can use the big data to help provide a more physical system, a cyber physical system, to help provide a connection between the cyber and security of the physical world to help create a safer community and use of IoT. Big data analytics, backed up infrastructures and data management. Diverse data sets that include structured, semi-structured, and unstructured data from different sources and different sizes from terabyte to zettabyte. This is meaning all these data warehouses and databases, such as, for example, Skyward. Using big data can help group up students by last name, student numbers, date of birth, etc., and keep it more structured rather than unstructured data. And using big data can help us gather big data sets and simplify them for everyday use, such as in the medical world, we see when we go to a hospital, it always takes a while to fill out the waivers and then for them to enter us in the database and then for us to wait for our doctor. The use of big data analytics and harvesting user data, we can use this to help provide an easier and more faster way to connect us from a hospital visit or a doctor visit to a doctor as quick as possible, because you never know what the issue is or how severe we are. Big data analytics hold some great things in the future. There are some possibilities of remote diagnosis, which can keep people's healthcare in check from the hands of our devices, such as our phones and computers. With remote diagnosis, disease diagnosis, and with the help of big data, we can learn more about the diseases, try to help find a cure, and help save citizens of our country. I propose today that letting trusted major tech companies such as Microsoft use their big data to help manage the world of big data and the Internet of Things and make it safer for the use for the world. We see everyday issues of us having issues with trying to find where an assignment is or a possible breach. Using big data can help us provide a safer and cleaner future. It can help us take that one major step forward. In conclusion, today in our world, we see the usage of Internet of Things everywhere and every day. What comes along with that is the spread of big data. The usage of big data is not meant to hurt people or take their information. With trusted companies, we can use big data and take it to our advantage and help propel the world one step ahead. Thank you. Any questions?
Yeah, I do have 2 questions for you. Hold on one sec. I'm just setting the camera up
All right.
right. Okay, first question. Was there any information that you needed that you weren't able to find? And then how'd you go about looking for information?
So like I mentioned in the presentation, my dad, he works for a company Leidos, right? It's like a software engineering company. He's like a project manager for some personal information, like I don't know, but he helped me figure out some of this big data information. Like he explained to me how like companies such as like IBM are using big data to um help gather information and stuff. Like when he also explained to me, because last year when we went to the US Open, they had like the whole IBM Watson Center, and he like there's also on IBM.com. He told me that through IBM Watson, they're using like data usage of people like tweets, Instagram, Snapchat. They're all using that to help describe stats of players or like where they're at and stuff. He helped me a lot. Also, last year in my sixth period AP Computer Science Principles, we did a little unit over big data, so that like I had some background knowledge on this. I just had to dig a little deeper into some websites like major tech companies like ZD.net.
Okay. And then what advice would you have for someone who's doing research on this in the future? Excuse me.
It's bless you.
Thank you.
My advice would be to, before you get into it, make sure you know what big data means, how it affects people, and you know what the Internet of Things is. And if you're going to research, you have to be very specific on what you're researching and what you're going to be talking about, because again, big data, it's pretty much everywhere, same as the Internet of Things. So like today, I focus specifically on the 2 biggest impacts, which is analytics and security. So yeah, my advice is just know what you're going to be researching and be specific about what you're going to research about.